In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a bathroom exhaust fan. Let's get started. So this is an old bathroom exhaust fan. Neither the fan nor the light works. It's so old, it's now yellow instead of white. So I'm just going to replace the whole thing. If you have an old exhaust fan that doesn't work, you may actually be able to find parts online if you know the make and model. Sometimes it can end up just being a wild goose chase. Before we go any further, we want to check if there's power. There is power. The light turned red, so we need to cut the power to this exhaust fan. Now that we turn the power off, we can begin disconnecting these wires. So these black wires, they're the hot wires. They carry the current. If the power was on, if I touched it, I would have gotten shocked. The white wires, they're neutral wires, and the bare copper wire screwed down to the housing is the ground. Okay, so now that we disconnected these wires, we can begin removing the housing. This is up in the attic, and as you can see, this exhaust fan was just venting straight into the attic. Look at the discoloration on the insulation. The whole point of venting a bathroom is because the room has plumbing fixtures in it, and that can produce moisture. Moisture is bad for the bathroom in general, so you want to get it out of the bathroom. Now, taking that moisture and just dumping it into another room in your house, in this case the attic, where there's a lot of wood, insulation that can be affected by moisture, is just a bad idea. Unfortunately, a lot of older houses do this. Modern codes require you to vent to the exterior. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this installation. So now that I'm up in the attic, I'll remove the house wiring that fed into the box. As you can see, there's many more nails here holding this box. This box was tough to get out. I had to remove nails on either side of the box, which was kind of difficult. Now that the box is removed, we have a gaping hole into the attic, so we'll need to install the new box. I couldn't find one that had the exact same dimensions. I got one that's close. It's a little bigger. I preferred a little bigger where I can make the hole a little bigger versus smaller where I had to add drywall. So I scored a line on the drywall showing me where I need to make my cut. So I'm just scoring it with a blade and removing the drywall. So this is a test fit. I think it fits pretty nice. Now these little marks on the metal, I'm going to put screws here. That's what it's for. So you can install it via the interior part of the box. The duct will attach to the outside part of this. It also has a flap to prevent backdrafts. Now I didn't film it, but I had to add this box because the house wiring wasn't long enough to reach into the new box, so I had to make a connection, add a new wire to the box. So this piece of metal goes where the new wire will feed into the box. It just clicks in and then you simply tighten it down with a screw. This is a plastic push connector. It basically snaps inside this metal hole, and what it does, it allows the wire to be secure in the box. You can push the wire through, but you can't pull it back out. Unfortunately, you see this missing on many installations. This is the flexible foil duct that I'll be using. It's 4 inches wide. It will connect to the termination point. This is the termination point, so this will stick out through the exterior wall. It has a flap to prevent any backdrafts. This is the clamp that I'll be using. It will clamp the duct onto the actual exhaust fan. Now I'm going to run this duct to the exterior, so I'll need to drill through the exterior wall. So I'm starting with a little pilot hole, and then on the exterior, I'll go find that little pilot hole, which is right here. And now with the drill, I'll use the proper size hole saw, and I will drill a hole through the exterior so I can run the duct through. There's different ways to do this. Your goal is so that water or air doesn't get into your wall assembly or into your attic. I put a bead of caulking around the hole on the siding as well as on the back side of the vent cover or the vent termination point. In my situation, water will be able to drain out if it was to get behind the vent cover. You can also put caulking around the edge of the vent cover. This will be a maintenance issue because over time it will degrade and it will need to be replaced. I make sure everything's level, and then I simply screw the vent cover or termination point to the wall. So this is how it looks. I like how the roof overhang will protect it from water. This is on the interior portion of the attic, so next we need to connect that duct and tighten it down with that clamp. Next, we'll start stripping the Romex cable. We'll strip the individual wires. So this is the neutral. It'll be connected to the neutral. This is the hot. We'll connect that to the hot. This is the wiring that comes with the fan, and it connects to a plug. So What we'll do is we'll connect the neutral to the neutral, the hot to the hot, the ground to the ground. We'll put a cover over it, turn on the breaker, confirm that we have power, button everything up. The electrical box I installed in the attic also needs a cover. Next, we insert the actual fan into the box. We screw the fan to the housing. It's time to test our work. We plug the fan in. It starts up. I like what I'm seeing. On the exterior, you can see that air is exiting the vent cover, which is good. You can see the grooves in the siding that allows any water that gets behind the vent cover to escape. Despite all my planning, there's still a gap between the drywall and the fan housing that needs to be patched up. So this job has required electrical work that was unforeseen and drywall work that was unforeseen. And now we finally get to the point where we can put the cover on and snap it in place. And there we go, folks. This job is complete. Have a great day, and bye for now.